podcast, I am joined by none other than the magnanimous Aaron Weeks. How's it going, buddy?
It's good, man. So, as you know, we recently moved into a new apartment in Columbus. Everything's been really good. The apartment's really nice. The one problem that we've noticed, the biggest one anyway, is that
Train.
if somebody is... What?
You live in a subway tunnel and there's a train that's constantly going over top.
Well, almost as bad. So, if anyone is outside of our window and they're doing anything at all, it sounds like they're just in our apartment.
Okay,
so that's pretty
good.
fun.
Yeah, you like to be welcoming.
Also, the way... Right, so the way the building is like structured, the bedrooms are back to back, and we live next to some like raunchy fucking porn stars, dude. Because I swear to God, last night they were fucking like
yeah, you nailed
hard. Like it was intense.
Nice.
Like I heard every bit of it. It was fucking. I mean, yeah, good for them for like,
dude, go. You gotta like
for their healthy sex life, but Jesus Christ. Literally, and this girl was like comically like porn star loud.
She's
it was like
railed, dude.
Oh my! And you could hear the bed slamming into the wall. Like, good for them, but this was fucking obnoxious.
How old are they?
I have no idea. I didn't even know these people existed until I heard them fucking above my head.
Are you sure? Has it been an every night thing, or are they sure they're together, or is it just like a one time thing?
It might have just been. I'm pretty sure I heard her say "I love you" at the end of it. So like, I think.
Well, that doesn't mean nothing, man. I gotta be honest with you.
That could have been a first date.
Yeah, but it was intense. That was the first night we've heard it. At first, I thought there was like a dog being annoying, like running around and yiping. This is how like loud and high pitched her screams were.
Oh wow!
But eventually, there were like audible words.
Awesome.
So.
Hey man, good for them. I'm proud of. I'm happy. Aaron comes through with the nice anecdotes every episode, so I'm glad to see that streak is continuing. And I have a man who likes his beer, David Morgan. How's it going, buddy?
My beer, yeah. I'm sick as fuck right now, so don't expect many anecdotes.
Tell me
or
the
energy
symptoms. We can WebMD
this guy. It's a sinus infection.
Okay.
Like, full stop.
All right.
It's a viral, I believe.
Viral in nature.
Pressure behind my nose and my eyes and my ears hurt and coughing and my chest kind of hurts.
Have you tried doing this thing where you go and then try to get it out, you know?
I need
That's
a
like
saline
my daily
rinse.
life. I constantly have to do that.
But I don't have one here, so I should grab one from work and bring it home.
So whenever I'm all stopped up, I always do the nasal spray. That's really bad for you, right?
No. The only time nasal lavage, as they call it, or like neti pots are bad for you is if you do them with like tap water, which can actually cause bacterial that can cause bacterial growth in your nasal passages and kill you.
Okay.
So definitely want it to be salt water, but they're not bad for you at all. It's just saline. It's the same osmotic pressure as your nasal lining. It doesn't do anything.
I'm a huge fan. You ever get on a neti pot, Aaron?
I have not. I've always been kind of afraid to just randomly shoot water into my nasal passage.
Neti pots don't shoot anything. It's like a teapot.
You pour it.
Yeah, that's even worse. It pours through your entire nasal.
It's fucking refreshing, dude.
If you warm it up,
you put hot water, dude. It's like fire in your brain.
That sounds terrible.
You know what I learned the other day? Yeah. This is important.
Break it down.
I say as I don't have any anecdotes. I thought you would think your nasal passage goes like this, right? Like up.
Doesn't it?
It pretty much just goes straight back.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you try to pick your nose up, you run into like a wall.
Okay.
Because it doesn't actually follow your nose structure. It goes like straight back into your head and down your throat, which makes sense because it's connected. But I always thought it went up to your eyes, and I don't know why I thought that.
It must connect to your eyes in some way because people like snort milk and then it comes out their eye or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's like, it doesn't go up like you think it does. Like, if you look at a schematic, it's like horizontal. It's like so fucking weird. The nose is so...
It's a fucking blueprint.
You gotta put them together when you're building humans. No, it's really weird.
So, the Westworld schematics for noses. We got a good show for you this week. Actually some big news this week. The biggest news of which, I'm going to start reading here, comes from the PlayStation blog and John Codera, and it says, following a comprehensive evaluation process, Sony Interactive Entertainment has identified a path towards supporting cross-platform features for select third-party content. We recognize that PS4 players have been eagerly awaiting this update, and we appreciate the community's continued patience as we have navigated through this issue to find a solution. The first step will be an open beta beginning today, and this is about a week ago, for Fortnite, which will allow for cross-platform gameplay and progression to commence between PlayStation 4, Android, iOS, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Windows, and Mac. We see this beta as an opportunity to conduct thorough testing to ensure cross-platform play is best on PlayStation while being mindful of other users' experiences from both a technical and social perspective. So, basically, what this says is cross-platform play is coming to the PlayStation 4. It's not something we necessarily thought wasn't going to happen, but what do you guys make of this?
Shut up. My cat is, like, freaking out.
He's excited for that.
Milo is very excited about this news.
What a bunch of pussies, is what I think.
Whoa, all
They
right.
fucking folded like a fucking house of cards.
Is it not a good thing?
It is a good thing, but I think that it also makes them spineless cowards. But like,
So
bending
they
to
lost
like
no matter what they did.
bending to the will of consumers is good. I just think it's funny that they were up on their high horse for so long about it, and were like doubling down even as like shortly as like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Over Fortnite, and then we're like, yeah, we're gonna do it. It's smart, and they had to, but they waited as long as possible for that like in the lead runway to run out. And then they were like, all right, flip the switch, and they turned it on. No, it's good. I just think it's funny how, like, annoying they were being about it. Like, not even considering it a possibility until it just happened. So, yeah, whatever, Sony. Like, good. This is great. But, hopefully they're a little more, less tone deaf in the future when it comes to issues like this and have discussions instead of just shutting people down. But,
yeah, that I completely agree with. I think, yeah, this is a long way coming. I never thought this was going to happen, to be completely honest. I thought they were just going to be dickheads and assholes about it until
Dickheads and assholes.
Dickheads and yeah, I sound like a third grader. Until like, the PS5 or if they ever like lost their kind of big lead that they have right now over Microsoft. So like, I don't know. I just never expected this to happen, but it's welcome news. Obviously, I think it's great, good for the industry. I think it allows more maybe. I mean, going forward. All right, so I guess we'll start there. Going forward, do you think this is going to happen for other games besides Fortnite? Do you imagine?
That's what I was going to say. That's probably my biggest question is, like, what does that mean for games like Destiny?
yeah,
where,
why the fuck wouldn't they? Destiny, no.
Right.
Because of the exclusive content on PlayStation 4.
And that's what I was actually getting at is, like, I think the exclusive content for Destiny is bullshit. In
Yeah.
a big way.
No shit.
So I think that this is bodes well for things like that. I think that kind of content is going to slowly kind of start to disappear because it's fucking bullshit. And now that we have things like Fortnite, which is like obviously a giant right now, doing things like crossplay among all platforms, I think it's going to encourage other developers, other publishers, I guess.
Yeah.
Would be important in that, but encourage them to maybe start doing the same, or at least thinking about a business model that makes sense to do.
Developer that I can even fathom is going, no, we can't do crossplay.
I mean, like
every single because it only helps your sales. Because like the only scenario where it would change a sale is if somebody didn't buy your game because everybody that they knew had it on another console. It never would hurt your sales to go crossplay.
Sales, yes. Profit, I don't know, because like Destiny doesn't.
If you're being bought by like the platform holders,
like
maybe,
that's what I'm saying. Like Destiny doesn't like they don't put the exclusive content in there to like look good. They do it because PlayStation pays them a fuck ton of money to be like, hey, you were gonna be the place to play Destiny is gonna be on PlayStation, so you're gonna do all your exclusive content, exclusive raids, well not raids, strikes and stuff like that on PlayStation. So and weapons. So, like, I could definitely see a world in which, like, major games like that have real, like, because Destiny is not just, like, they get an exclusive strike. There's exclusive weapons that, like, be it as it may, they might not be the best weapons in the world, but, like, it can give you some kind of feasible, like, advantage on, like, in a multiplayer realm.
So you think it's going to go the opposite direction of what I said, where it encourages exclusive content?
I don't know.
Crossplay,
I'm just saying, like, for everybody, I don't think crossplay is going to be the answer. Like, for Destiny in particular, I've seen people be like, well, Destiny's always thrown up there as one of the, like, games that, like, could be prime for this. And I, like, kind of feel like because of the exclusive content stuff, they are, like...
That's the first one that jumps to mind for me, but I think, like, Red Dead Redemption 2 would be another good one.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption,
there's
not going to be exclusive shit on PlayStation. So, like, that makes complete sense. Or Call of Duty, there's no exclusive stuff, I don't think. not 100% sure, but I don't think on PlayStation. So
I'm not sure on that one.
So like that would make complete sense to me. And so going forward, like stuff like the Division, I don't think that has exclusive stuff, so that would make sense to be on there. But like when it comes to like Destiny in particular, like if and like requiring them to change that would be requiring them to change like a substantial, I think, proportion of their business model, which like Fortnite's big, but I don't think like no one's going free to play, so like I don't see Fortnite having that big a shakeup, in my opinion, of the whole.
You think Fortnite's success is going to encourage more free to play games like that?
I mean, like if people were smart, yeah, but like I don't think they are, to be totally honest. Like
no, there'll be too many. No,
think
there'll
we'll
be too
ever
many
see
horror
companies.
stories for it to
like
just
I think
work
if
like
Destiny
that.
went free to play, they would 100% make more money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't think we'll ever see companies like Bungie or like Blizzard release their games as free to play.
No, that would be the only companies you would see do it. No fucking new startup company is going to release a free to play game. It would just get absolutely like.
I mean, that's
swallowed.
what all the new startup.
I guess that's a good
Like
point.
most of the free to play games, I feel like are new startup, like indies and stuff.
They'll never like herald the success of like even
Epic.
a small Fortnite. Like
Fortnite's made by Epic. It's not like exactly a small like publisher developer, I would say.
no, I mean like sorry, I meant.
Oh,
like
you
a
would say the fraction of the
Fortnite's.
success. Okay, no.
Because if I want it to be that way, but I think it's more like a company would try it and then fail, and then everybody would go, "Oh, look, that model doesn't work. Fortnite's a fluke," and then
100%. If Destiny was free to play and sold emotes and skins and like made all the other content free and stuff like that, they would 100% make more money. I'm convinced.
Well, they would make. I don't know if they make more money.
They would 100% make more money.
Not with the way it works right now, because right now the Eververse is not very grindy, and you could just get the stuff.
I mean, no, like I'm saying, take that all out. Like you can't earn skins. You can't
just buy it.
Like
yeah, sure.
Like I would.
Yeah, yeah.
You could buy the shaders and shit that you actually want
You
versus
can't-
getting engrams. Yeah.
You can't have fucking both, and that's why like Rocket League pisses me off so much, because that game is not free, but it has the most free to play model.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
To
fuck
be fair,
you.
it was free for a lot of people.
I mean,
PlayStation.
yeah, but like the popularity peaked after it was free.
Yeah, that's true.
for sure.
That's true.
So like, fuck you. Like do one or the other, not both.
Or like,
and
like
yet
a
they
game
still
like
can't fix the
Overwatch
game.
or something like that. Like if you couldn't earn loot boxes.
And yeah, Overwatch
if
is like
you just like if the loot boxes.
that game's like pretty. I don't know. You pretty much gotta buy shit if you want to get all the cool holiday stuff.
I mean,
so.
yeah, but like, I don't know. I feel like
Nobody's
I've never spent
making
money on
you.
it.
But that's the point. Is nobody's making you pay for any of this shit. It's just like you're very incentivized.
Well, not even that. Like, I feel like if there's one skin I want, like, yeah, I can't have all of it. You're absolutely right about that. But if there's one skin I want, I can get that, like, for the holiday.
But Overwatch, you can't just buy it.
Yeah,
you
can
gotta
with
buy
the
a fucking
gold or
gamble
whatever.
box.
No, you can get it with the gold.
Well, yeah, but that you have to get enough loot
I mean,
to be able to
like,
have gold.
I think they dole it out in a respectable enough, like, portion.
Fortnite is the perfect model where everything is transparent and you can just buy the things you want and get them reasonably through playing. It's a little grindy, but like if
Yeah,
you
you
play the
can.
game, you'll get stuff.
Yeah, you can get stuff. You can't get everything playing the game. Like,
No, not everything, but there's so much that like there's also like more of it than in like Overwatch. I think.
yeah,
more
that's-
skins
That's
and
definitely
shit.
true. Or more.
Whatever. Let me just talk about crossplay. Yes, Fortnite is going to open the doors for other games to be crossplay. Maybe not like a Destiny, but definitely like a Rocket League.
Is the Division?
Definitely like. Does that have exclusive?
Division would
content?
be a cool one, yeah.
If it, as a
don't
hypothetically,
think
if it
it
doesn't
did.
have exclusive stuff, is it gonna be crossplay?
Yeah, because it doesn't have any big platform share.
Okay.
Like it's not like Xbox is exclusively presenting Division shit.
Yeah.
You know, whereas Sony is definitely the place where all the Destiny stuff gets announced.
Yeah, with Destiny it's a
So-
little like because Destiny there's literal weapons and like strikes. Whereas
Yeah, it's fucked.
if it's
I
just
mean,
like,
you
if
could
it's a
work
fucking
around it.
t-shirt, it's not the end of the world.
You could work around it if they just like didn't instance people that are cross-playing into that strike. It'd be like not that hard.
Well,
But
with
the
the
weapons and
weapons
stuff.
is like yeah, it's different. I feel like.
There
I
was
mean, it
one
works.
like pretty egregious one in Forsaken. I can't remember which. It was like one of the better guns in the game. You just don't get if you play on Xbox until a year later.
Oh, that's fucked up.
So yeah, and that would kind of
Well, I don't know. But yes, other games will be. We just have to wait and see which ones.
and that would ruin all the other modes. Not ruin, but like it would hamper all the other modes because of like if you're doing PvE stuff and somebody has that weapon, like you're clearly not able to keep up with them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and maybe
It's not like it's an
No.
overpowered gun. Like no.
I mean, it's not. It was not that
I'm
bad,
just
but
saying,
like
like, in theory.
I guess, but I don't think they fucked it up that hard.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's
not
nothing
like because by that argument, the people being competitive and finishing the raid first would have to play on PS4, and they definitely played on PC. So like,
I guess that's true.
It's not that big of a deal. You can't put PS4 and PC together. Not in like a game like. Well, that's another argument. Is you can't have FPS. No, you can't do that. Like it's so there are restrictions. Right, so it's just like that kind of thing, but just you can't put PS4 and Xbox together.
But like,
if
you like really enjoy playing Overwatch on PC and I play on PS4, like I'm not gonna be as good, but if I still want to play with you, it's not the end of the like. I can check a box to be like, I agree to do this. Like, I might
sure,
not be the best,
yeah.
You know?
Maybe
if you're playing
like
competitive,
Crucible.
then that matters. But like, if you guys are just playing like quick play or something, then sure,
Doesn't
that would be
fucking cares.
fine.
Yeah. But I think
We'll see going forward.
Overall,
It's a good sign.
Overall, a good thing for the industry, and I look forward to it happening more and more games going forward. This next story is about something called Project Stream. It comes from Kellen Beck over at Mashable. And I'm just going to read. Google has announced Project Stream today, which allows Google Chrome users to stream video games. Project Stream is a new video game streaming service that Google is testing, and you can test yourself if you're lucky. To be clear, this is a service where people can stream footage of themselves. This is not a service. I was so confused. Where people can stream footage of themselves playing games, like on Twitch. This is a service that lets people play games without downloading them and stream them over the internet. This kind of streaming technology has been in games. This kind of streaming technology in games has been an upcoming focus for video game hardware companies like Sony and Microsoft, and it saves users from taking up hardware space on large video games, which can be over 100 gigs, such as fucking Destiny 2, which I thought about trying. It was 90 gigs. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Open up the possibility of services that allow people to play games for a limited time on unlimited means types of PCs. Take a look at the Google Play test, blah blah blah. Anyway, Google, what if you could stream games on Google Chrome? Is that a game changer?
I mean, it's cool, but I don't know if it changes anything for me, really, personally. But the ability to do it is, I think, really cool. It's kind of like the like PS or PlayStation and Xbox. They're like the streaming games, like where you can go on and stream like PS3 games or PS2 games or whatever. I think it's a cool idea, but I don't know that it affects me really personally.
David, do you think streaming is the future?
Only if it works. Does it work?
I also prefer physical media.
Like, so does the latency matter? Does it make a difference? Like, if it works, yeah, it's totally the future. But like, I don't think
you don't think we're close
there yet. I bet Chrome does it better than fucking PlayStation because their network sucks already.
Yeah, that's very true.
If anybody can do it, come out the gate and just nail it, I feel like it's Google.
Yeah, I mean for sure.
I don't know. I might
fiber required.
I'm very not pessimistic is the wrong word. Skeptical about the whole streaming thing. To be totally honest, like, not that I don't think it can work. I just don't like. I don't know. I feel like more so than any other medium, like TV, like CDs, like gamers are like specifically like physical media based. For a lot of this stuff, like Aaron was saying, so like people just like to have the thing, and like
it's like a collector.
While downloads are like on the rise, I don't know. It just feels there's something that feels different about it to me than like music.
I hope you're not trying to fucking download Red Dead Redemption 2. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's 100.
It's gonna be like a.
I mean, I am totally down with
it.
I straight up can't do it.
Well, I'm gonna pre-order. Why do you go to GameStop still? Like, it's 2006.
He wants to hear about the pre-orders.
This is the closest thing near me.
I guess that's true. Just fucking buy it on Amazon. Whatever, I don't care.
Doesn't come in time. They fucked me three times.
They do.
Fuck Amazon.
But anyway, I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna pre-install it like 4 days before, and it'll be done by launch day. It'll be great. But we can talk about that. Did you guys watch the gameplay stuff from Red Dead at all?
I did. It was cool looking. I mean, it's like, I want to just fucking play it now, please. Like, I get it. I
really want to play it, and I'm like the outlier on that kind of stuff. Like, I don't watch trailers if I know I'm gonna get the game. Like, I did the same thing with Spider-Man. Yeah. I just don't.
Like, these did nothing for me because there's just nothing in them that I'm like, whoa.
Nothing,
but I know the game's gonna be good.
You were getting it no matter what, and you were hyped for it no matter what. So.
Yeah, it's like these just don't fucking matter, and I'm just like, give me the fucking game, please.
Things I've heard other people talking about, though, that I thought was awesome is it's like, you remember in the original Red Dead Redemption where you're running around towns and people, like, engage with you and talk to you and do different things, but, like, you can still tell that it's, like, some fucking...
Yeah, that
pretty, like...
Yeah.
But in this one, it's supposed to be, like, a
fluid.
fucking, like, it feels like you're in a city because, like, real like dynamic shit happens as you go to different towns.
Wonder if it's just going to be another Radiant AI scenario where you start seeing people say like the same canned shit after like
I'm
2
sure
hours.
you will after a while. Yeah, it's kind of like Spider-Man. Like
it'll be like bigger, I bet, but like it's still scripted, but I guess it's probably just scripted so well that it doesn't feel that way.
Right.
But people are saying that like holistically the game feels like an actual open world game instead of just a playground. So, but
Which
it's so subtle that everyone has had a hard time quantifying it in a video. They're all like, I don't really know how to describe it. Like, this thing happened and this thing happened, and like just hearing it, you're like, okay. But I guess playing it, they were like, it's really something else. So
the best way I heard it described, and I'm straight up like parroting this from another podcast, which whatever, but it's fucking somebody basically said that it's like two people can play the same segment of the game and still have a totally different experience.
Yeah.
Because if this person walks a little bit further this way, then they'll stumble across like a snake or some other kind of weird event that changes the course of the way they handle everything else that happens. So it's like it's little subtle things can completely change the way you perceive your arrival in a particular town or in a particular scenario.
Yeah, well, I get that impression from like Dishonored games too. But to see it done like here is going to be really interesting. And also, like, my nose is running so bad. I'm going to have to go get a tissue.
I'll allow it.
So let me go grab my box, and I'll be right back.
What are your
please continue.
What are your home remedies when you're sick? What's your go-to?
When I'm sick?
Comfort food, comfort TV show, anything like that?
One, I don't get sick, dude. But if I do, I fucking... Have you ever seen, those, like, Alka-Seltzer tablets that you drop in... in, like, they fizz up and shit?
Uh-huh.
Those, I swear to God, are, like, the best cold medication. They work every time.
For me, I take about 7 showers a day when I'm sick.
When you're sick?
I just constantly, I'm taking shower after shower after shower.
I took a shower this morning, which I never take showers in the morning.
I take a shower.
I was like, I feel like garbage.
And it makes me feel so much better if I can shower. And also, I eat a shit ton of those Freezy Pops. That's my go-to. Like,
I ate
weird.
pizza
I don't want
last
anything
night
sugary when I'm sick.
Yeah, no, that's fun. Like the thing that's hardest for me when I'm sick is I cut off all milk.
All milk intake.
But like it's very bad for you when you're sick.
Dude, you gotta try almond milk. I think you would like it if you got used to it.
I don't like
milk is not good for you.
I definitely.
I recently switched.
No.
What isn't?
Milk isn't good for you.
It's not good for you.
Yeah, that's why you should switch to almond milk because it tastes pretty good. It's like weird at first, but once you get used to it, I like it better now.
Yeah,
there's no way.
I'll try it. I didn't like it the first.
I don't like it being called milk. It bothers me because it's not milk.
Get unsweetened vanilla almond milk.
It's just
real good with like Pop-Tarts or something.
It's juice.
It is.
I think there's more to it than just fucking squeezing an almond, but like,
that's all they're doing. I'm pretty sure.
No, there's definitely more to it. Like, you fucking go squeeze an almond. Does liquid come out?
I mean, they're not fucking milking the mommy almond. That's not how it works. They're not fucking out here.
Have you ever heard of the
suckling the almond teat? They're not doing that.
Water from a stone. If you squeeze anything hard enough, shit comes out of it. It's true.
Yeah, it's because our bodies are made up of 70% water.
It's like way more.
It has to do with an almond, but yeah.
No, I thought it was 70%. That's what Jimmy Neutron told me.
Water, human.
What's your favorite Jimmy Neutron episode?
It's 65. You're right. All right. I thought it was more.
You were a Jimmy Neutron fan?
Yeah, I liked that show.
I wasn't a Nickelodeon kid. It was Cartoon Network and video games. So like I missed a lot of the Nickelodeon shows.
You weren't with all the. You weren't Butt Ugly Martians. You didn't see that one?
No.
No, that's a throwback.
Mm-mm. It was like Samurai Jack, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dragon Ball Z.
Courage, quality. NFL players did a fusion dance as a touchdown celebration this weekend, which was awesome.
That's hard to do. It's hard to get your fingers to meet.
Dude, it's really
CJ
good.
did it in a Lush that one time.
Yeah, that was that.
CJ did it at Lush that one time.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. I'd rather not discuss that.
That brings us to what games are coming out this week. There's no real big announcements as far as I saw, besides the crossplay stuff that we're talking about. But Mega Man finds its way onto all the consoles today. Forza Horizon 4 is also out today, but just on Xbox One. WWE 2K9 for all our wrestling heads out there. It's coming Friday.
Wrestling heads.
What do you think wrestling?
What they call them?
I don't know. I think wrestling heads is what I hope it is. Super Mario
Nasty.
Party is coming to Nintendo Switch Friday, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey is coming to everything on Friday. You guys think about picking that one up? I'm vacillating.
I want to, but
Which one,
I'm probably
Odyssey?
gonna wait a little bit.
Fuck no. Red Dead's coming out in like 3 weeks.
That's true.
I ain't got time for that shit. That game is
Yeah,
supposed to be like
probably.
55 hours long, mainlining the campaign.
That's
no
a lot.
fucking way.
a
That's
lot.
too much.
It's like any RPG, really. Like I feel
Like,
like Spider-Man
no.
took longer than.
How
I
do
thought
you
was
keep
going
it
to.
entertaining
Spider-Man
for
was
that
no fucking
long?
55 hours, man.
It was like
No,
20
that's not what I
hours.
meant at all. I'm saying like Spider-Man was way longer than I thought it was gonna be.
I don't know. That's
I
Spider-Man.
guess.
Like, it just-
I'm trying to think, like,
But
And
like,
that's not even what you think of
Horizon
as like
mainlining
a.
that game was like 25, probably.
No fucking way am I playing a 55-hour Assassin's Creed game.
Especially,
I feel like
it's gonna get reviews.
Assassin's Creed games are usually pretty long. Maybe not 55 hours.
Not even close. Like, how long is...
I mean, Persona's like fucking 100 minimum.
Okay, no shit. Persona's a JRPG. Like, this is, like,
it's
not
It's
what...
not that crazy difference. To be fair.
Like, Origins is 27 hours. So it's twice as long
like
just for
not-
the main campaign.
I feel like that's short for like what they're trying to do with those games now. They're trying to turn them into RPGs, kind of like more traditional RPGs. I mean,
I guess. I can't think of an action RPG that takes that long to fucking beat, though. Can you?
That does what?
I don't. Dark
Takes
Souls,
that
I feel
long
like
to beat.
you could
Dark
easily
Souls
spend that
takes
much time
like how long? I don't remember how long
I don't know. I
it
feel
takes
like
'cause
Dark
I only
Souls.
ever,
I don't know. Dark Souls isn't that. I never beat it.
I only
Like,
ever
it's
play the
like
first
30.
half.
I think it's gonna be like
It's like
30.
50. He's
it?
right. It's 50 hours.
I'm gonna say you could easily spend that much
If you're a
time in Dark
fucking
Souls.
scrub, I can whip that shit out in like
Jesus.
8 now. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. That feels like a long fucking time. For like an open world, like Ubisoft collectathon bullshit game, no way. I just can't
That's
see
even
myself.
more reason for it to be long. I feel like because there's a ton of shit to do in this massive open world.
Tons of shit, though, broken into like 4 or 5 things you're doing over and over. So,
Yeah, Far
I
Cry
don't know.
5 was like 17. I feel like that's a good like.
it should be like 20 to 25.
It's not exactly
That's a
an
good...
RPG,
A good amount of time. And then how long was like Watch Dogs? Watch Dogs was like a
but Watch Dogs
Ubisoft
is saying
thing.
yeah, 20 hours something like that. Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah, or I mean I've heard like a few complaints about how long Odyssey is. Like it's fucking long.
It has
like,
its open critics like an 88 right now.
that's high. Like that's
Yeah.
great. It's just
That's
damn.
almost it.
I can't be doing that.
But speaking of Open Critic, that brings us to our favorite game show format style game here on the Current Gaming Podcast, which is Predict the Metacritic.
We gotta get like we gotta change the name into like an alliteration, like
Yeah.
Open Critic Oracles or
No,
something.
I mean,
like
we don't have to do that.
predict
It
the
rhymes.
Metacritic.
Predict the Metacritic
Create a
rhymes.
graphic that plays when we start this game.
Yeah.
It's like a flashing Price is Right border.
Dude,
It
what's your
does
favorite
have
game
the
show?
internal rhyme.
Price is Right's
Honestly?
up there, dude.
Yeah, probably Price is Right.
Price
and
is
then
Right.
maybe
Game show-
like
does Big Brother count as a game show?
No, that's a reality show.
Alright.
It's not like
I
fair.
will,
They can like change the game at any point for somebody.
Yeah.
like Jeopardy's funny because or not Jeopardy.
Jeopardy's fucking
Wheel of Fortune.
Awesome. Wheel of Fortune, I'm so
We-
trash at.
Wheel of
Family
Fortune
Feud is
has some
pretty
good,
funny.
some good
Family
like, Nagger guy
Feud's up there.
moments.
Family Feud up there.
I'd say probably Price is Right, then Family Feud.
Family Feud.
I don't like Family
the
Feud.
Richard Karn era of Family Feud though. Like he was.
I don't like
I've seen
Family
it, yeah.
Feud because I really despise
Steve Harvey.
what's his name?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
That's fair.
I hate him.
He's fine.
He makes me uncomfortable.
He's not that bad, but he's whatever.
He's
He's-
Who was the Family Feud host that used to whenever there was a woman just kiss both her cheeks, and like
Ooh.
sometimes would kiss her mouth. It was so
Did he pretend to
uncomfortable.
be European so that he could?
Dude, it was like in
Get
the
away with
it was
it?
in like the 80s and the 70s. He's like, all right, honey, let me. What do you?
Ugh.
Who has the best goldfish cracker?
Oh, there's a really cool Twitch channel now that streams like game shows from like the 50s and 60s.
And they're just uncomfortable
I
as fuck.
can't. I know they're actually pretty entertaining. I just can't fucking remember what it's called. I'll try to find it.
But anyways, the big game this month, Red Dead Redemption 2. What are we giving it? I'm gonna give
It's
it.
called Buzzer.
Buzzer.
Sorry.
I'm gonna give
That's
it
what it's
an
called.
89. David, what do you?
Red
going
Dead?
for Red Dead 2.
93.
93.
I'll be shocked if
Aaron.
it's any less. Also, Spider-Man's Oh, never mind.
I was gonna say 92, but it feels shitty after Dave was 93, so I'll give it a 91.
It'll go higher. You can do that. I don't care.
94.
That's almost worse.
I'm just gonna stick to 92.
92.
Sorry.
That's fair. I mean, so you get the range of 91 and 92. That's a good range for you, Aaron. Next up, we have Super Mario Party. David, what are you feeling on that one?
81.
81. All right, Aaron.
Yeah.
I'll give it an 86.
86.
I really hope it's like a return to grace.
It should be.
It looks good from all the gameplay I've seen from it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like, one game is not like the best judge of how like long lasting.
Yeah.
I feel like I should have shot higher. I feel like this one's gonna review really
The
well because
board
it is
seems
kind of a return
small
to...
though. Is what worries me.
I'm gonna hit it with a flat beat. That's what I'm gonna do. Aaron,
Did you guys watch the party mode? I'm gonna watch that later.
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny. Yeah. Next up, we got Battlefield 5. Aaron.
That got delayed. That's not coming out this month.
Oh, is it not?
It's coming out in November.
Shit. David with the fucking
Hi.
hot.
I wasn't sure where I was gonna go with that one, so you kind of said.
I remembered.
Hot memory, I guess. I'm trying to
think
get open
so.
critic. When does we were supposed to do this last week and I forgot. When does Mega Man come out? Or the reviews out?
Today.
Are they out? Like, can I see it right
The
now?
reviews are out now.
Okay. Well, I guess we won't do fucking Mega Man.
I gave it a 9. It got on OpenCritic an 81.
Damn, dude. Fucking Shill Morgan over here.
Yeah, well, a lot of critics complained about how hard it was. Fucking babies. So whatever.
Babies.
Put
in the time.
Bros right there. All right. Now, next up, we got a big one. I know Aaron's all excited for. Starlink Battle of Atlas.
I'm gonna give that one like a 76.
76 from Aaron M. Weeks. I'm gonna give it a 65 because the game looks not good.
What is that one again?
It looks fine, but
It doesn't. It's the Toys to Life one.
Can you give me the-
Ubisoft.
76 is probably high.
Oh,
but it's
Starlink.
okay.
I'll give it a 74.
74?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Fair enough. And then Darksiders 3.
So who's going?
76.
70.
Damn, you went higher with that than Starlink?
Yes. Well, I don't know. It looks bad, but I know it'll have
I'm
a few fans.
gonna hit it with a 71.
Ooh. I'm gonna give it a 69.
Sex number.
Nice.
So that's what we got coming out this month. I guess you're right. What's it called? Is Call of Duty coming out this month? I can't remember. It doesn't.
Milo
Yes.
looks so pissed.
Call of Duty is coming out this month.
Yes, I think so.
Do we want to do Call of Duty too?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. What do you got for Call of Duty? I'm gonna give it an 82.
I'll give it a. What did you say?
82. I might. I feel it'll be a little higher.
82. I'm gonna say.
intentionally
84.
stayed away from
I bet
it.
Blackout's a big hit.
Yeah, I was about to say. I
was
forgot
about
about
to say.
Blackout. That's probably getting.
Yeah.
I was gonna give it an 86.
86
because of Blackout.
Blackout looks fun as fuck, dude. I don't want to buy the
It
game,
really does.
but like it looks fun.
Maybe they'll make Blackout free later.
that would be cool. I
and
highly
have
doubt it.
transactions.
That would
Just
be-
that mode, you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I don't know. Like what they were. Like the reason
It'd
skins
be
are
very
so,
shitty. Of
the
them.
reason skins are so popular in Fortnite, I guess, partially because it's a third-person game too.
Oh, that's a good point. You can actually see what the fuck you're playing as.
So that's it for all the games coming out this week, which brings us to the last segment, which is what we have been playing, and this is a big segment this week. We've been playing a lot of stuff. So if I have starting us off on that thing, on that there list, David.
Aaron's talking about Spider-Man.
Aaron wants to talk about Spider-Man because he finally beat it like a boss.
Stop.
Tell me about your. So we're gonna do spoilers for Spider-Man for the next like 5 minutes, probably 10 minutes.
Yeah, so I haven't watched your spoiler cast yet,
Mhm.
but you guys did a spoiler cast for Spider-Man.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it a lot. Definitely doesn't pass up God of War for Game of the Year. I was surprised at how fucking brutal some of the parts in this game were. Like the bombing at the what was it? The rally that was fucked up.
Yeah.
And then the part where Peter gets stabbed. Like, Jesus Christ, the sound he made as he was trying to pull that thing out was like, oh, it was hard to watch, man. That was rough.
Yeah, no, I think last time we talked, you were right. You're like, yeah, I'm going to something for the fucking cops. So
Yeah, I remember. And I was like,
not
ooh.
saying anything. It was funny.
That was fun.
It was really good though. Like, I genuinely loved the story. I liked all the characters. I loved the way they built up Doc Ock. I mean, it was like obvious what they were doing, and like, even though I knew what was happening, I still found myself like interested to see how they were going to do it and what exactly was going to happen with him.
Yeah.
I really like that. It seems like that at the end of the game they kind of set it up for either sequels or a lot of DLC.
Yeah, there is DLC coming out this month. I'm pretty sure.
I bet that DLC is gonna suck.
That DLC isn't story related either. It's just Black Cat.
No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure it's.
Fuck
no.
that. Who cares?
The first DLC is Black Cat for sure.
Okay.
After that, I don't know, but there's definitely going to be something about Green Goblin. There has to be.
Green Goblin.
Set that up right at the end.
Well, they said
I loved
they said
the Miles
Venom
Morales
at the end.
thing. Is that Venom? Because that's like a symbiote from outer space.
Yeah,
Like,
did you not see Harry in the fucking...
Yeah, he looked like he was Venom.
That's not Venom. That's
Total
Green
Venom.
I'm 100%
All right.
that's Venom. Yeah.
The fuck was it?
It could be, but I don't think so, because Venom is a symbiote that, like,
Yeah,
it's
they
a
can
thing
just
that
change
comes
it.
from
Like,
another
Yeah.
thing.
symbiote is like fucking.
What do you think killed his mom?
So we think that was them
Yeah.
introducing the symbiote. I feel like
Yes.
that was kind of an unceremonious way to do it.
But he
I
like
thought it was really
lumped
cool.
up against the glass with his fucking
Yeah.
symbiote arm. Did you not see
I guess that does make more sense. I wondered how that was like connected to Green Goblin, but like I assumed because isn't in
No, Green
Spider-Man
Goblin
War-
is his dad.
right. I thought that was like him leading up to losing his shit and just turning into the Green Goblin. Like I thought the Green Tank was like lame foreshadowing.
Well, no, Harry is Hobgoblin usually, right? And
I realize that. I'm saying that I thought that
No.
whole
Oh,
exchange.
Yeah, I think his name's Hobgoblin. Yeah, it is. Anyways,
if that is them setting up Venom, I don't care.
no,
for
they're
that, 'cause
setting
it's-
up both. Like, obviously, when Norman walked in and he was all green, you're like, yeah, Green Goblin. And then it was like, oh, fuck, Venom. Like, I thought it was both. And then also the mask in his house, the Green Goblin fucking mask that was on his table. I was like, all right, yeah. And then it was like, oh, shit, Harry's going to be Venom. That's crazy. That's a big twist.
I think that's cool.
So, like,
I'm cool with that.
I thought that's what
Yeah,
it was.
maybe. I don't know.
But I think you're right about the green. But yeah, I'm pretty
Tom
sure.
Hardy voice acting. Also,
Pretty sure that's the symbiote.
I on one hand, I would love it if this was like a stepping stone into creating like a video game MCU, because I think that would be really fun and lucrative, honestly, for whoever's
100%,
running
yeah.
it. But on the other hand, we've got Crystal Dynamics making this Avengers game, and I can't imagine how the two of these are going to be
that's for
related,
sure. I don't
except for
think
the
that's
fact that
gonna
they're
play.
both.
They won't be.
I really kind of hope that they are, because like I see a lot of subtle ways that they could be, and I think it would be really fun, and it would be a really good first step into like a video game MCU, which again I think would be a really smart move for whatever
smart
companies
move,
can
yeah,
get in on
but
it.
like I think it was just creatively, I think that's cool. But like when you're doing that with movies, it's all under one studio making all those.
I was gonna say,
Right, that's
you
what
don't
I'm
have
saying.
the
Why I keep
studio.
saying companies is this like vague nebulous term, because like the licensing issues, the fucking there's so many problems as far as getting something like that
and
started.
like with movies, there's no exclusives. Where Spider-Man's an exclusive, so like what are Xbox players? So, like in theory, like
Right. It would definitely be difficult, and we got cross-platform. Maybe that's a fucking gateway into getting us a video game MCU. I don't know. I don't see it happening. I think it would be cool if it did.
I think it'd be awesome if
but,
it did, but I'm not sure this is like right for it, to be totally honest. But
Yeah,
what do you think?
but-
Anime dying?
It was fucked up, but kind of saw it coming. Like as soon
You
as she
saw
got
that
the shit.
fucking coming?
And literally, as soon as she
Yeah,
got
I
that
knew she was
disease,
sick.
I was
I
like,
didn't think she was gonna die. I thought they were gonna save her.
Yeah, I didn't think
No.
so either. I was
I
like,
either thought she was going to die or Peter was going to die.
Wow.
Because
Peter
Miles
will
Morales.
die in the second game.
Maybe.
that wouldn't surprise me. I doubt it, but maybe.
You can't have two
but- well, I
fucking
don't know.
Spider-Mans
Man.
running around, goofing
Well, it could be
off.
like the Batman Damian Wayne situation,
can
where
have
like
two
fucking
Spider-Mans,
he's
but-
training Miles Morales.
Like,
But as soon as Miles Morales was a character, I was like, okay, there's like a solid chance Peter dies.
yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought Peter was gonna die. I damn sure didn't think
That would've been
I thought
both.
when they killed
No,
Ant-Man,
as soon
I
as he got stabbed, I was like, he's fucking dead. He's fucking dead. He
Damn,
sucks.
yeah.
But
What did you think?
That was God.
What did you think? The thing we talked about in the spoiler cast that we hated the most was all the MJ Miles sequences. What did you think of those?
Not a fan.
Sucked.
They weren't like terrible. Like they were interesting enough because of the narrative and like the world is so fun to be in that I had a good time. But the whole time I was like, all right, can I be done and be Spider-Man again?
Yeah, no.
And I think the best MJ segment was the one where you're telling Spider-Man to fucking take people out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. Like I thought they got better as it went
Terminal.
on. Like when she's at the train station and when she's going through Norman Osborn's apartment or whatever. I thought that one was
awesome. And the sequence where you're Miles looking for like the antibiotics and you're running from Rhino was pretty cool.
I don't know.
Because that one was like actually kind of tense.
I hated all the Miles. The Miles ones are ridiculous because he doesn't know he has superpowers. He doesn't know anything about. He just thinks he's a normal kid, right? So like,
and then he's like putting himself.
Yeah,
in
like
fucking...
he's like, all right, I gotta cross the street. Let me instead of going a block up the street, let me fucking cut through this like security checkpoint where they're gonna kill me.
That was
I had the
ridiculous.
same impression. I was kind of
risked
like,
his life for the sake of a shortcut. I made that joke too when I was playing it, but like. That's them setting him up as like he's a brave kid. Like
I guess, yeah.
His
dad was a cop.
It's them setting him up as the mentality of a superhero. Like he's just a good kid and he wants to help people and like he's willing to go
it's
through.
Like fucking punching out like fucking ex-cons and shit like that. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Square your hips, dude.
Yeah, it was a little much. I don't know.
I liked it because it also showed that it set it up for Peter to like be his mentor.
Yeah.
They set that up really.
I guess
early
that
on
makes
in the
sense
game,
when you
which
put
I
it
thought
that
was
way.
cool.
Like setting him up to be like more heroic than just having powers. That makes sense.
Right. They wanted him to come off as like this brave like kid that's willing to do anything to help somebody else.
Yeah. But overall, I definitely like you said we didn't think it was better than God of War, but like I think I'm in the camp where I do, to be totally honest. So like I'm excited.
You do
yeah,
or
I
don't?
do, and I don't think David did either. I think David said it wasn't because it's God of War.
I see that. Why though?
I just enjoyed
like,
the world so much more. I thought the combat was like way better. I thought the story was cooler. Yeah.
It may be like more visually appealing. I could almost kind of wrap my head around, but like as far as just like depth and like how engaging the combat is, God of War I feel like you can't even argue is way better.
I thought the like choices they gave me were way cooler in this game.
God of War was also way more unique. Like Spider-Man,
it wasn't that unique.
There were a lot of times I felt like I was just playing Batman, which like isn't bad, but.
Yeah, it definitely
feels
feels like Batman to a certain degree. Yeah, there's no, but like
to a lot of degree. There were even segments in the game that felt like they were ripped straight out of Batman.
I mean, like
the
God of War like takes cues from Dark Souls and stuff and all that, like Soulsborne.
Yeah. Sure. I don't think it's as egregious as this though. Like the whole sequence with Scorpion and every time you ended up in the negative world, it was like holy fuck, this is the Scarecrow part.
Yeah, it
did
kind of feel like the Scarecrow stuff.
It's exactly the same.
I wouldn't go.
I mean,
that's
was
why
interesting.
Like if you say our sport class, I thought Mr. Negative had like the worst like conclusion of all the like main villains. Like I thought his kind of sucked. He kind of went like a bitch. Cause,
I honestly don't even remember what happened to him.
Like you're in the like lab at the like bottom of Oscorp or whatever, and you're like yo Mr. Lee, don't do this, and he's like fuck you, and then you get taken to the Shadow World again. And beat him in the shadow.
Also,
world.
What's with the fucking like hot commando lady that's like there?
Sable.
She's like a bad guy, and then suddenly she's like cool as fuck.
I didn't love how they did her story either.
I kind of wish they had done something more with her. Like the one time you really see her fighting on your side, she's like, "All right, I got it," and then goes through a door that closes, and you don't see any of it. So I thought that was kind of a waste. But I liked her character. I just wish they had done more.
But I thought overall characters in this game I thought were better than God of War 2. But we can have this talk more at Game of the Year stuff.
Yeah.
This table for now. But
yeah, Spider-Man had a lot of good things going for it.
I really liked Peter. I really liked MJ. I really liked May. Really liked
the voice acting. I thought was really good too, especially like the part where he gets stabbed. That was fucked up.
What's the cop's name? Who's like your inside person? I can't remember her name. She was really good too.
Yuri.
Yeah.
The part at the end of the game where she does the fucking spider cop thing, I thought was really cute. I'm glad they did that. That was fun. All of the quips were good, but they did get kind of repetitive and annoying.
I don't know. Did you see the David's keyboard can't be any louder.
Sorry.
You're fine. Did you see the video that was going around where it's like when you're just normal like walking around talking, and when you're swinging talking, there's like different takes and stuff like that. That was like a good touch too.
See, I did notice that, but more often than not, I noticed that they went to the strained voice, even if I wasn't web swinging. I think that was kind of the default for a lot of the voice lines, which is cool because like more often than not, you're swinging. But it's definitely good that they had that because it just makes it feel more.
I thought that made
like,
that city feel like more alive and more
real.
More,
yeah.
And also,
did you see that there was a guy on?
Sorry.
There's a guy on Twitter who like he was playing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
This like landmark. Yeah, and he fucking like looked out his window and there it was. That's really cool that they took that much time and effort to make the New York in Spider-Man like actual New York. Like playing that game made me feel like I've been to New York.
Yeah,
100%.
Like I mean, obviously, I couldn't find my way around Manhattan if I like went there, but like I thought it was like really cool how they did all that stuff. Also, that my favorite part was that building. Do you remember when 9/11 happened and people were like, they're gonna build a mosque on the side of the Twin Towers? That's that building. Like if you're, it's like the Islamic Center or whatever. It's like the 9/11 mosque that everybody freaked out about because they're racist.
Damn.
Anyway, David, you could go ahead and tell us what you've been playing. I know you've been playing Mega Man.
Yeah, I've played Mega Man 11 for review. Mm-hmm. I thought it was really good. It plays pretty much like Mega Man 1 through 6. Like, it plays exactly the same, so the controls are very tight. The look of it is a lot more modern. It looks a little bit like Mighty No. 9 sort of tried to look. We talked about that a little bit. How it looks kind of cheap at first, but I think it like grew on me. I actually like the graphics a lot. I think it has a good style. Okay. The stages and the bosses are awesome. All the weapons from bosses are fucking sick. There's like a quick menu on the right stick now, so you can just flick to which one you want. There's no like cycling through them all. And the like overdrive and slowdown, like double gear mechanics make the game like really fun to kind of strategically like. The game is as hard as you want it to be. Like once you figure out when to use which power and which like double gear ability, you're like smooth sailing.
Is there like a definitive list that's like the best way to do the bosses in order out yet?
I played like normal. Yeah, there is. I didn't know it, so that's the part that fucked me up was I didn't know the boss order. Mm-hmm. So I was just like going in like bashing my head against bosses, like using E-tanks like crazy. Yeah. But whatever, it worked. So I thought the game was excellent. I really liked Wily's Castle. Yellow Devil's in this game, which is a little bit of a spoiler, I guess, but I thought it was a really good fight. They kind of put a cool twist on it. Yeah, just a really solid Mega Man game. Like, I'm not the biggest Mega Man fan, but like playing this in like taking it just one beat at a time and just like beating a level felt really, really good. Yeah. So that was cool. I've also been playing Forza Horizon 4. I got a late code for review. Mm-hmm. I'm about 15 hours into that game. Okay. It's really great. Like it's exactly what they said it would be. It's basically Horizon 3. It runs better though.
You're in
set in Great Britain. Yeah, it's set in Britain, and there's 4 seasons. So the way it works is once you play through the campaign, which takes you through all 4 of the seasons, it puts you into like the open world online instance. Where the season changes every week. So, like, right now it's autumn, and then, like, I guess the day this goes up, it'll be winter.
Okay, so every actual real world.
Yeah, so, like, it changes each week, and then there's, like, exclusive, like, activities to each season.
Okay.
So it's got that, like, games as service thing going on. There's, like, a big lobby, and, like, people can just see each other in the real world, and it's, like, I don't know, it's fucking cool. I liked it a lot. I'm still kind of sinking my teeth into that one. I had to go buy more RAM. I guess I was under the RAM minimum somehow. I only had 8 gigs of
DDR5.
RAM, so it's DDR4. So I went and bought more RAM, and it's all good now. It runs great.
I mean, I assume that's
so that game is. Yeah.
Speaking of Dance Dance Revolution, Dance Dance Resolution. Have any of you seen The Good Place, the first episode of season 3?
No, I don't spoil it.
You gotta get on that. Outside of what you guys have been playing, I played through the first episode of Life is Strange Season 2 for review, and it's okay. It's nothing great. Like, I think they're telling an interesting story. Are you guys ever going to play this?
I'm sorry, what was the game that you said it was?
Life is Strange Season 2? Thanks.
0% chance I play
0% chance. It, like...
I'd like to.
It's like, it's not it literally happens in the first 5 minutes. Like, you play as like, there's 2 brothers, so it's not about Chloe and Max at all from the first game. And in the first, like, 5 minutes of the game, their dad gets, like, killed from police violence. And like
fuck.
I kind of like, and they're trying to make it heavy, and and they try to do stuff, but I just kind of feel like they were like, I don't know, it just felt like, especially coming from a French developer, like they didn't really understand the nuances of like what's going on. Like they kill a minority like in the first like 5 minutes of their game, and like I never feel like they really grapple with that, to be totally honest. It like then becomes like that just felt like a narrative plot device to get them to where they wanted to go. Like, they had to make the kids orphans to get them to X things, so they're going to do it through this, like, crazy... You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas, like, I don't know, it didn't, like... I don't know, I didn't feel like it served a narrative purpose, and I more felt like they were shoehorning it in for, like, oh, look, our game is, like, so deep, and, like, we're tackling real-world issues, kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't know, I never felt like they really earned that, at least in the first episode. There is a whole season to go. I do think the boys are, like, okay, and they have some good chemistry. I think a lot of the, like, dialogue, more so even than the first... Because, like, the first season, I don't know, like, maybe I wasn't picking up on it as much. I know, like, other people have this criticism, but I just felt like the dialogue feels like 40-year-old guys writing for, like, 16-year-old people, like, way too much than it, like, should. Like, they're, like, throwing in lit and like shit like that in just like the worst imaginable like places and in ways that it doesn't feel organic to me, at least.
Didn't they do the same thing in the first one?
Yeah, they did.
What did
they said hella a bunch was like the big
hella,
thing.
yeah, that's what it was.
But that was like funny because it's
felt
not timely.
funny, and yeah, like that. I at least that's how I felt.
It's still kind of cringy. Yeah.
And like I don't know, like Chloe herself, I felt like she was cool, but like she did have cringy things where she was like the rebel, like badass. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like the main character in this game, like he is like a well-liked guy. He was like trying to lose his virginity at a party, like in the first thing, and like it was like not like he wasn't like trying to never mind. You gave like the disgusted face, but like not that like he felt like a normal like kid, and he would not be using these. He wouldn't be saying lit after every fucking 5 seconds, and he also wouldn't be calling his friends on Skype. Like I feel like they had some like marketing deal where they had to fucking do Skype, because he's like calling people on Skype in the first thing. Anyway, it runs better, I think, and also like the lip syncing, like it bothered me in the first game. I wrote about it when I reviewed the first episode of the first game, or second episode of the first game, whatever one I reviewed that one. But like in this one, I feel like it's even more egregious because like everything around the lip syncing is running better now. So, like, the world is running better, like, character model, like, the animations look more, like, the world feels more alive, which makes the lip syncing stand out even more, because it, like, is so bad.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's my take on Life is Strange.
Yeah, lip syncing in those games is historically not very great.
Yeah.
So
we'll see what I think of it going forward. But the last thing we have on our list here is Fortnite. I know David and I have been hopping into the new Season 6 of Fortnite.
I got into it.
The whole theme is Halloween, spooky stuff, which is cool. I think overall,
yeah,
it's
I love
a good theme for this season's battle pass and stuff. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. David, have you got a win yet at all? I can't remember if we got one together or no.
Yeah, I've gotten two with you guys. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. One of them I went off and got like 7 kills. Cool.
I remember that game. That was the game where I finally convinced you to try the burst rifle, and you're like, "Is this OP?"
It seriously felt like night and day.
It's so much better.
Hits I got with that thing. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying Fortnite. I think it's because I don't know, I really just felt like giving it a chance, and I learned how to build. And yeah, it's been fun, and I really like the battle pass, everything, and it's really cool. I'm definitely going to try to get to level 100
what's the best
eventually.
skin?
In the battle pass, it's like Dire, followed up closely by Red Riding Hood, and then Goth.
It's Goth Mommy.
I really am partial to Nightshade, and I will be wearing that skin.
Is that the Goth? Is that Goth Mommy GF?
No, that's the Tomato Head girl.
Oh, that one's good too. Tomato Head.
I'm actually a fan. People are like, "Is this a joke?" And I'm like, "Fuck you."
I really hope they put some special animation when she goes to Tomato, like if it does something.
Oh yeah, some like praise animation.
But
or something.
Overall, I'm really liking this season. I thought all the stuff, all the additions have been good. They put what did they put in the vault? The Silence, the Shushy, the Silence SMG, and something else in the vault too. I think those are both good additions. I think all the new areas in the map are cool. The underneath Wailing Woods is good. All the other stuff they put in there has been welcomed additions. They're just trucking along, keeping this game alive and well. So I'm happy to see all
Yeah, it's doing really well. I mean, it's plateaued, but like it's still awesome.
I really don't even know if it's plateaued, to be totally honest. Like, I feel like it's getting more popular. Like,
cool. Time for the contrarians to come out of the woodwork.
I guess. But
See, I hopped in now, so you can't ever call me a contrarian.
I don't know, you hated it for like months.
I hated it because I wasn't like ragging on it for being popular though.
I
It's just
guess.
like not my cup of tea.
You were like, let's get PUBG, man. Let's fucking try this.
Nah, fuck that.
PUBG died.
PUBG sucks.
Died.
It did. It's fucked.
It's crazy.
Cool.
But this has been episode 72 of the Current Game Podcast. My name is Charles Wade. You can find me on Twitter at CharlesTula. You can find all of our stuff in the stuff down there. And David,
Find your stuff in the stuff.
David, where can people find you?
My guy Dave on Twitter, and also in bed for 10 hours because I'm feeling like
Are we
shit.
gonna play some Fortnite after this game or after this?
I'll play tonight. Give me like 15 minutes.
You're fine.
I'll play a game or two just because I want to see the new update.
Yeah, get the battle pass. Fuck with it. Oh, I bought. I convinced Cheyenne to play, and I bought her the battle pass.
I saw
that. Yeah,
that's great.
It's exciting times in the Charlie Blades household. Aaron, where can the people find you?
At Aaron M Weeks on Twitter. Haven't tweeted in like a year.
David, where can they find you? You should start tweeting
You
more.
already asked me that.
Did I?
You fuck.
Get on Instagram,
Yeah.
dude. Instagram's way better. It's so much like nicer.
It is
I
better.
don't have to hear about
I do
Kavanaugh
like
like
Instagram more.
every fucking second on Instagram. It's so nice.
Oh, I've heard.
He's fucking terrible.
I'm just tired of it.
it's-
I'm tired of everybody. Like I don't even care.
It's,
who's just,
every
like,
time I talk to anyone I haven't talked to before, they're like, "You heard about Kavanaugh?"
Yeah.
What do you say? Do you just like, yeah, I don't like him, or how do you do it?
I just say no, so the conversation
damn.
ends.
That's their invitation to tell you more.
I've been going hard. If anybody asks me about it, I'm like, yeah, the rapist or something like that. I'll go like real hard and like take it 0 to 100.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, okay, not
Yeah.
this guy.
So yeah. So he'll be confirmed by the time we do our next episode. So this has been the Current Game
Yay.
Podcast, episode 72, and peace.